All right. Well, let's look at a little different thing. Eric
Mm.
Adams is saying that
Yes.
New York City car fleets are going to be electric by 2030.
Yeah.
Uh, this guy is a complete and utter moron when it comes down to it. You know, I'm going to go a little political for a second. You were a cop. You were an NYPD cop, and yet you're letting crime run rampant through New York City right now. Clean up your streets and then worry about Uber and Lyft cars and taxis going EV or not. Come on. But
Yeah.
either way,
Not
do
gonna
they even
happen.
have the charging infrastructure there? I mean, they barely have gas stations, especially in certain parts of the city. You barely can find gas stations, and you're going to find charging stations too. Come on.
Giddy. Yeah, you're right. Uber is actually adjusting. Lyft is not. So I have to give Uber credit on this one. Not that I'm an Uber fanboy. Uber is definitely adjusting. Up and down, by the way. So there you go. Lyft is the problem. Lyft is stealing your time that you will never get back. So yeah, Eric Adams. I don't think it's a jolt. Uber and Lyft were trying to do this anyway on their own by 2030, especially in California. But now the two coasts have joined voices say all cars must be electric. I'm like, there's only 7 years left. I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah. Well, the biggest thing is where are you going to get the infrastructure for that?
I have no idea.
To be able to charge everything. They said 100,000 vehicles. That's a hell of a goal. I mean,
EVs, yeah. But plus, how are drivers going to afford these EVs? Are they going to offer the drivers like good financing situations to slave them for another 20 years in their EVs, or I don't know, because not every driver can afford an EV, bro. So
yeah, I don't know, but I mean, this right here you took out. It says zero emissions for 100,000 vehicles on our streets, and it will be achieved with no new costs for individual drivers.
How's that? They're going to give us cars for free. Free cars, people. There we go.
Yeah. I mean, how are you going to do that? I mean, it sounds great. Oh, we're going to give you new cars.
Yeah.
That ain't going to happen. We're
yeah. Line it up, people. Line up. Free cars coming up. Free
EVs. You've been to New York City, right?
Many times. I lived in New York City, bro.
Yeah, I was in the Bronx, so
not a chance, bro.
But look, here's the thing. When it comes to it, 100,000, imagine 100,000 cars in the city of New York, or even the outskirts, trying to charge up their vehicles, which do not take the same convenience as gas filling does, but it takes 30 minutes or more. Come on.
Yeah.
I don't see this one happening.
I think it's more PR stunts. You know how they are. When they're in a tight squeeze, they come up with some stuff journalists to latch on and say, "Oh, look, we're going to just electrify America." Blah, blah, whatever.
Yeah, like, okay, this is the exact same thing that they're doing. They're saying, "Oh, we're going to do electric cars by 2030, and then we're going to get rid of gas-powered car sales by 2040." And then, it's going to start getting closer. They're going to start pushing those dates back. It's not going to happen probably as quick as they want it. And then you have other states that are actually banning electric vehicles.
Yeah, I know. California. Yeah, the Texas. Which state was it?
I think it's Nebraska, and I think one of the Dakotas.
I think maybe it's north or south. They're dependent on oil, right? There's a lot of oil there. So they go, no electric cars in Montana. But then in California, we have like 35 million people, and they all drink the Kool-Aid. They go like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna plug my car in, and I'm just gonna go. All these EV guys, right? I mean, look, I like EV. My wife has an EV. I think my next car will be an EV.
I think they're cool, but I mean,
I want to put solar panels. I want to put solar panels, and I'm gonna go. But here's the deal, Chris. Somebody brought this up in a chat group the other day. I was like, I had never thought about it, honestly. So all these EVs could be controlled by the manufacturer. So they can literally make you not drive, lock you out of your car. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the thing is, that's
like Tesla. If Tesla, if Elon wanted, he could shut every EV driver down.
Oh, for sure. But the thing is, that's every car. Every car has these sensors in them. They're completely remote controlled.
Really?
They could be potentially. I mean, hell, I could control, if I could hack my car, I could probably drive around just with my keyboard. I mean,
Yeah, I was like, wow, I never thought about that. If Elon wants it, then I cannot drive my Tesla tomorrow.
yeah,
So I'm like, okay.
yeah.
So it's
So
not, I
don't
don't
piss
know.
off Elon on Twitter.
I would love every EV driver. I think there's a cap of 80,000 TCP drivers in TNC drivers in New York City in the 5 boroughs, and he says no cost to the driver. That guy, I'm like, okay, so give me my EV, I'll drive, unless they're going to employee model. I thought about that too. Yeah, man, like, hey, man. Okay.
Yeah, but here the thing I don't get is like you're gonna put he said 100,000 cars. How are you going to pay for 100,000 cars at what's the average for a Model 3? Let's just say 45 grand.
Yeah.
40? Okay, fine. 100,000 at 40 grand. How much is that?
A lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah. Well, they're gonna, like I said, I think they're gonna offer great financing terms to drivers. So you make you gross 1,500 a week, just like the Tesla rental we talked about last week. 5 bills is gonna go there. Whatever. So
yeah,
I see it. Somebody said I believe it when I see it. I agree with that gentleman, whoever that was.
Look, my whole thing comes down to how are you going to charge 100,000 vehicles in New York City versus filling them up with gas? Filling them with gas, you're there for 5 minutes, if that. When you're charging, you're sitting there at least a half an hour. That's a lot more. And then where are they going to put these charging stations?
Imagine the fist fights, because I got here first.
No. You know the best part when you do did you ever do that laundromat little tool trick when you didn't have any money and you needed to wash your clothes? So you'd either throw some of your clothes in with somebody else's, or you just hijack their launder, their washer and dryer. Well, what's going to stop people from? I'm going to unplug here and I'm going to plug that same thing into my car.
There was a viral video I watched the other day on Twitter. Some lady, they live in an apartment building, and then Tesla has like 8 cameras around it. It's recording all the time if you want it, right? And this guy, who doesn't like his neighbor, I guess, every morning he comes down, the first thing he does is unplug the Tesla. It's all on video. And then he goes to work in his gas car. Every morning he comes down, unplugs the Tesla. The guy comes down, looks at the Tesla, it's not charged. He goes, fuck, what happened? Sabotage, baby.
Oh, that's so bad, but funny.
Yeah, it was hilarious. And the Tesla recorded it every day. There's a timestamp on it. Every day the guy comes down, the first thing he does, boom, unplug the Tesla. I'm like, wow.
All right, thanks for watching. That short little clip was from our live stream, Show Me the Money Club with Sergio and myself, Tuesdays, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. Make sure you subscribe, turn on all notifications so you'll be notified when we go live, as well as all of our awesome content. Make sure to check out this video right here, which will take you to the entire live stream, or check out this video right there. All right, drive smart, everyone.